Hey gang, I am about to go and just have like a little check of my plants. This is something kind of routine that I do most days, but I thought I would bring you along and show you some updates of what's going on over there. And when I say my plants, I mean the plants on my shelves and my cabinet, which I'm looking at. It's behind you at the moment. So this is like an IKEA cabinet and shelves update for you. It's been a little while, I think. Before I do start to show you all of the different things that we've got going on, I'm wondering if anybody's using the social media platform Lemon8. I've literally been using it for a couple of days. I'm really enjoying it. And I was just wondering if there is anybody out there watching this right now that is using Lemon8, let me know, because I would love to, I don't know, follow some people over there that are planting. It doesn't seem like the plant community's quite moved into Lemon8 just yet, but it's not a new social media platform. It's been around for a couple of years. It's owned by the people that own TikTok, I believe, and people are saying it's like Pinterest and Instagram have like come together, and I agree. I think it is really like that. And then there's also like a really kind of creative element to how you can make your posts look, and I really like it. But yeah, it's not new. It's been out for a couple of years, but I think it's suddenly become popular in the US. So I'm enjoying it. It's very curated. It's very pretty. But yeah, I haven't really been posting on Instagram. I am planning on kind of going back to Instagram. I'm just not ready, I don't think. But yeah, anyway, let's get to the updates. So this is what my cabinet and shelves are currently looking like. I have got my mother light grow light just there because it's a bit of a grey day, so not the best light today. I haven't shown this yet properly, but you can see here I've made another shelf. So my Thai monstera used to sit there. It's now down here taking up a load of space. I haven't got a new home for it just yet, but I basically took the glass shelf that was from inside the cabinet, because I've only got one shelf in there, and I put two wooden poles kind of attached to the shelves and just placed the glass on top. I have used like some sticky, double-sided sticky tape stuff to secure it, and it seems to be holding up really well. It hasn't moved at all, so I'm really happy to kind of have extended that shelf there. But let's get up close. There are some yellow sticky traps because, as you're aware, I brought in quite a few plants into my collection in March, and I've now got fungus gnats, so I definitely need to get some nematodes in here to back me up in my fight against them. But let's zoom in and see how we're getting on. So this is the shelf a little bit more up close. So it is the glass one. The glass doesn't stretch all the way along, but I think it works really well, and I'm loving having my Maranta lemon lime up here now. It used to sit down in this little corner, but it's so nice to have it up here. And these are just some water propagating mycins. My Thamatophyllum spruceanum is putting out a new leaf, which I'm excited about. This is a new leaf on my Anthurium pallidiflorum, and I think, yep, it's already starting to work on the next new leaf. These are such fast growers, they're really good. And new leaves. Oh, I've got this blue glass bottle here because I want to use it for water propagation. But I mean, sticky trap. But we've got a new leaf on my Anthurium verde and a flower, which is exciting. The big source of fungus gnats at the moment is my maidenhair fern, which is the one I chopped back. But look at it, it's growing. Chopped it all back to nothing, and now it's growing again. But obviously, because we keep maidenhair ferns, or at least I am trying to keep maidenhair ferns a bit more on the moist side, fungus gnats are loving it. This is empty. It's just got some soil, moss and worms in there. It did have a jewel orchid in it, but it wasn't rooting and therefore dying, so I've moved it. Down here we've got a Hoya that I don't know the name of, but it's pushing out this leaf and this one here. It's still working on it. I'm so excited for it to grow around the trellis. This is one of my fern leaf cactus with some fungus gnat traps. But I repotted this recently and it's already started rooting, which is exciting. My philodendron bilietiae is putting out a leaf that looks like it's gonna be huge. I am so excited about that. I can't wait to see it. And then moving down here to this level, my Rhaphidophora that I repotted recently is doing really well. It's just started rooting incredibly well. I'm really happy about that. I was worried it was going to rot, but definitely not rotting, definitely rooting really well. And that the kind of bigger cuttings, so that one there on the left, that had been in water for ages and was the one that was rooted really well, but not doing anything else. But since potting it up, look at that. The growth point's activated. I didn't even know there was a growth point there, but I'm excited about that. And the Syngonium is also, you can see that root there is rooting really well. So that's good. And down here, this is my Homelomina, which seems to be doing okay. It's one of the ones that I got in March. It's a nice new leaf. I think it's okay. I'm still figuring it out. Really sad looking Syngonium cuttings. Some are rooted, some haven't. And then this is a really sad Anthurium villanorum. When I got it, when I first imported that, somebody was like in the comments, good luck with that, mine just melted. And yeah, I can see that. I looked at this begonia the other day and was shocked by the roots. Let me get it out for you. Look at that. I literally repotted this not that long ago. Can you see all of those roots? I am shook. That is some epic root growth going on there. I'm so impressed. I just want more green leaves, please. Not this weird colour. Oh, okay. I don't think there's too much to update you on this side of the shelf, but I will. Well, I mean, my Epiphyllum anguliger, the fishbone cactus, is absolutely popping off with all of the new growth. Just look at all of those new, I don't know what they're called, stems? Leaves? I don't know, but it's huge and I love it. Coming down, we've got my Hoya polynera, which I've shown recently. And it's got some beautiful new leaves coming in, really excited about it. This is an air plant, and I've got no idea if it's alive or dead, but it looks alive, so stay up. Here is my other jewel orchid in the glass terrarium that I made, and this one's really happy. Like, there's a root there. It's doing really well. This one, loads of new leaves. This next shelf has my Hoya linearis on it, which is quite long these days. Looking really good. I painted and then drew that pot. So I painted the pot white and then used the permanent marker to draw the black squares on it. It's also got another air plant in it. And I'm pretty sure this one is dead. I don't know, like, it looks okay, but it feels hollow. I don't know. If anybody knows, can you tell me? I've got my variegated Burley Marks. I think it's doing okay. It's pushed out some new leaves. I don't really know what I want to do with this one, but the growth pattern is crazy. And then my Alocasia Frydek doesn't appear to be coming back after dormancy. So we'll see what happens there. And then I've got the kind of mother plant of my Syngonium, which is putting out a new leaf, which looks very white with a green tip. And then here, we've got a very thirsty Alternantheria party time there. This is my Anthurium clarinervium pot that I chopped back. It does look like something's happening. I'll keep you updated. And then my Perthos Enjoy, and then at the bottom, kind of through the Monstera trellis, I've got my Hoya Kerrii on the floor, which I'm going to chop up soon, and then it's not focusing, is it? And then my Pink Princess, Philodendron Pink Princess cuttings. You can tell I don't really, don't really care for them. They're, motorbike. You can tell I don't really care for them. They're kind of shoved in the darkest corner. It's not going to help that variegation, is it? Right, let's move in to the middle section. So I've talked about the top shelf already, haven't I? This middle bit on top of the cabinet, I've got my larger fern leaf cactus in my sky planter, and then kind of behind that I've got my philodendron 69686. It's not focused, is it? It's recently, hang on, let me move this one out of the way. It's recently put out this leaf, which I haven't really looked at properly yet, but look how skinny that bit is. Oh my goodness. So this was the leaf before it, and this one's come out a bit better. I'm gonna have to move that one soon, I think. This is, I need to swap my sachets out, my mites. And then I've got my philodendron majestic, which if you watched Wednesday's video, you'll have seen that I repotted and gave her a pole. This is what the leaf is looking like now. It's poking out of the caterpillar, which is exciting. I'm going to keep a close eye on it because I obviously don't want it to get caught in that. Behind here, I have what was, I should probably put some more water in there actually, my Anthurium arge pot, and I've chopped him. Look at those roots, they're so good. I've chopped him and then I did the notching method. Can you see that bit of plastic there in the stem? And look, that growth point has activated. Look how exciting. So I'll have 2 Anthurium arges. I'm just checking to see if there's any other growth points. Oh, yes, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you that though. Just down there, there's another growth point that's activated. That's really exciting. I'm gonna pop that back in there. Speaking of arge, let me just get him back up. He's not looking the hottest, I'm not gonna lie. So these are the 3 leaves. This one's obviously on its way out, but it is rooting in its pot, so I think it's happy. There's also, hang on, I'm just gonna pull it back out. So I didn't have a pot big enough for it, so I've given it the, how do you pronounce these poles' names? I don't know, Cretiste pole? I didn't have a pot big enough, so I had to give it a pot extender, but look at those roots there. I don't know where it's going. It needs to turn around. There's another one down here as well. That's exciting. What is upsetting though is that the new leaf that was coming out has died. Look at that. That is a dead leaf. How sad. I don't really know why it died. I'm guessing it's probably the stress of being repotted, and then it got stuck and I had to help it out. And it was quite hard helping it out actually, but it was because it was really stuck, like really stuck. But yeah. And then I've got my Monstera deliciosa Brazilian common form, and I think, like, I feel like there is a slight bump. Well, you can kind of see it. There's a slight bump in the stem, so I reckon there's going to be a new leaf coming in soon, which is exciting. So that's what's on top of the cabinet. Let's move into the cabinet now. Just try and open the door. The tie is just in the way. Okay. So I'll just start at the top and work my way down. Some things in here are not happy looking at all, and then other things look much happier. So my Forgetii does look sad. I think I let it dry out, but it has bloomed. So I'm going to collect that pollen because that's exciting. I've got my Anthurium Doriaki Silver Blush Hybrid there, looking quite happy. My queen is looking less happy. I think again I let it dry out. But I feel like I check in with the caterpillar every day and I feel like it's getting a little bit bigger, just a little bit. So fingers crossed that there'll be a new leaf to replace this one that's dying. I really hope so. And then here, my Anthurium papillolaminum. Oh, it's losing that leaf, isn't it? Which makes me worried. I did the video recently of repotting it and hopefully saving it from root rot, but that leaf is dying pretty quick now, so I don't know if I've saved it. Oh god. Below that I've got my Dioscorea discolor, which is just adorable, doing its thing. Next to it I've got my Nigrolaminum GG. Oh, so pretty, so shiny. And then this is a baby Nigrolaminum GG from the original plant that I got that was dying, and there's a new leaf just there, which is exciting. And then this is my Anthurium Dressleri, which is also, I believe, putting out a new leaf. Yep, you see it just there. And I've got my begonia wet sticks. They're all doing pretty well. I probably need to do something about those because they are really rooted. And what I'm most excited about at the moment is my Peltigerum. Look at that new leaf. Hang on, let me get it to focus. Come on. Yeah, look at that new leaf. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. In here I've got another Doriaki Silver Blush kind of chunk growing, and then this is my Anthurium sagittatum, and I don't think I even updated you. It had that massive amazing leaf, and then we had a really hot day, like a really hot day, and I think the cabinet just got a bit too hot for it, and it absolutely like just wilted, drooped, and I gave it a drink and it never came back and it just died off. I did film the clip, so if I've still got it, I'll put it in. Okay, I just wanted to show you the devastation that is my Anthurium, what is this? Anthurium sagittatum. Look how sad. I'm gonna take it out. So, not the weekend just gone, so today's Monday that I'm filming this. I'm not sure when you're gonna see it, but today's Monday. Not the Saturday and Sunday just gone, but the weekend before. We had a really beautiful springy day, you know, blue skies, bright sunshine, stunning. And in the kind of winter and springtime, the sun is, just realized you can see my hand. The sun is really low in the sky, and therefore it like beams through our big south-facing windows there that have the curtain in front of them. And the cabinet was getting like some direct sun as well, and it got to like 24, 25 degrees, and it's been like all the other time we've been lucky if it's hit kind of, 16, 17 degrees. It's been around 14, 15. So that was a massive 10-degree jump. And all of the plants seem okay with it. They all look exactly the same, apart from my sagittatum. And I'm devastated. I'm so sad about it. So I noticed it looking a bit droopy on the Sunday, I think. And I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll give it a little drink. Like I put some more water in the bottom there, which you can still see. Like the roots look super healthy. They're all still green. Like, I mean, that's a healthy root, isn't it? Like it looks fine, but Christ, that leaf. Like, what happened? It's like it just, like when I first noticed it, it was drooping. Oh, let's just shuffle that out of the way. Some old moss and a dead leaf. When I first noticed it drooping, it was still quite plump, it was still dark, it still looked really healthy, and I was like, it's okay, it's just thirsty, it will like prop itself back up. But it never did. Like this whole petiole is dry as a bone. Like that, it's not coming back. That's not going to come back. This leaf was dying off anyway, not worried about that. This leaf still seems as healthy as it ever was. Like it is crisping up a little bit, but like that looks as healthy as it did. And I don't understand. I know there is some like mold on, so there's some mold on the kind of base of the stem, which I don't think is the issue. That's kind of been there for a little while. Like I don't, like that's just completely died. But there's, oh, you can't see. Oh, so there's a cataphyll, this bit here, and that bit, there's like a new bit of growth coming out of the top of the cataphyll. Like I really don't understand what happened to that leaf. I'm so sad about it. Oh, I'm just gonna have to take it off, aren't I? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this leaf off, maybe have a little cry about it, and then I'm gonna clean up the mold off the base of the stem. But I'm holding you in my hand, so I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna do that. It looks so sad. Jeez. Well, I've cleaned the mold off as best I can. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming it happened because of the heat. It just happened so dramatically on that really hot day. So I don't know what else it would have been, but I'm gutted. That looks ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Brilliant. Cool. Well, that's that update for you. I'll get on with the rest of the updates video now. This is a new leaf that's come out, and it's pretty big. It's not as big as the other one that was there, but it's still soft, so might get a little bigger. And then down here is utter chaos. Right, hang on. I'm just gonna move those out of the way because they don't really need to be in there. This section's just chaos. I really need to fix it. So this is my Anthurium Houseplant. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and I don't really know what happened to these leaves. Maybe it's a drying out thing. It's definitely a watering issue. Look at that. But it's putting out a new leaf just there. So maybe I fixed whatever I did wrong. It's not gotten any worse. It's been like that for a little while now. So maybe I fixed it. I don't know, but it is an eyesore for sure. I've got my Florida Ghost up here, which is really, really happy. In this bag, I have some alocasia corms. I've got, I'm so happy about this. My Hoya obovata, which has done nothing for like 2 years, put out that leaf there, and it's putting out this leaf and that leaf there. So I'm so happy that this one's finally growing. I would love like some really gorgeous dark foliage, because I know that the other one, the leaves that it already has are too, like, they're bleached, or I don't know, they're not the right colour. But I'm excited for some really dark round leaves. I love this Hoya so much. And then I've got my Hoya Daikie, which hasn't really done anything at all. And I can't remember what this one is, but it rotted, so I've had to reroot it in water. And then I've got my jewel orchids in this little glass terrarium. I'm not going to take the lid off just because that's really hard to do one-handed. But yeah, that's those in there. I've got my Anthurium Mudianum in this little terrarium, some Monstera Narrow Adansonii cuttings, and a reverted Florida Beauty. And then in here is some wet sticks of an assortment of plants. And then under here, this box is just some Mycans cuttings, which are doing really well, I think. Yeah, there's roots growing. That's good. Okay. The heat mat's not on this under there. Yeah, it was on when it was really cold, but it's not on currently. But yeah, that's kind of the cabinet and the shelves. It is a bit kind of chaotic at the moment, but I'm trying to get it sorted. and looking a bit nicer. I think I'm happy with the way the shelves are looking mostly. It's just the cabinet that I want to fix. Not happy with the way it's looking. That kind of turned into like a little bit of a tour more than an updates, didn't it? But I shared some updates with you. I just feel like I haven't shown the cabinet or the shelves in a really long time, so like everything's probably an update because it all looks really different. Can you hear the bird song? So pretty. I think it's a blackbird. It's a blackbird. I hope you enjoyed that whistle stop tour of my cabinet and my shelves and all the little updates that came along with it. If you would like to see a full houseplant collection tour, I have got a video on that. I will have it linked below and in the card at the end. It is probably a little bit out of date now, and if you want an updated one, please do let me know. Also, please do let me know if you are on Lemonade. You can follow me over there on this account name. I think it's perky.plants, but I actually can't remember. Or post your handle down below in the comments and I'll follow you. I may be back on Instagram by the time this video goes up. I'm just not sure if I'm ready to be back on there just yet, but thank you so much for watching. I'm going to stop rambling on and I will see you in my next one. Bye!